Why am I here? What is my purpose? One of the questions I use to try to help people get through this is the $50 million question, which is if I gave you $50 million right now, tax-free, put it in your account, what would you do? And then the answer would be, well, I would take this trip. Then I was, all right, you do all that. You've already taken all these trips, you bought your Lambo, whatever, yada, yada. And now you're kind of done with all that and you're sitting at home on the couch. What do? You don't need to work. You're not old and decrepit yet. I mean, what do you do? I think that's an interesting question to pose to yourself. If I had the 50 mil in the bank and I'd already taken all my trips and I'd funded all my charities and just all of that's kind of done, and now I'm sitting here, I think that's a good thing, a good way to think about what comes next, what comes next in your life and finding your purpose. It's been a joy to be in a room with some of these people and watch them go through that, but it's not necessarily easy. But I encourage you to have that discussion with yourself now because it'll just help you in the act of getting there and becoming who you want to be. Once I started getting in rooms like this and being around people like this is addicted to me. I love being in these rooms. And it became apparent to me a while back, if I had the $50 million, which I don't, but lo and behold, I don't need it. My purpose is to help people in the way that I can, which is through some of the coaching and pushing them, prodding Michelle and Josh to quit. Things like that. Dave, you're up. I'm pushing your ass right now. You know it and I know it, but I love that because I know it's going to be awesome for you, dude. And I just love that. I have a self-storage business that supports my coaching habit. That's my give back. That's my purpose. I love it. I will stay up all night drinking beer, talking to real people about real stuff, what's going on in their lives and encouraging them because I live for that. It's super, super, super fun for me. I love that. One of the best things that I get to do in my life, but that's me. And so this whole thing has worked out for me because I was able to segue into my purpose before I even got the money. And so I encourage you to ask the $50 million question because wouldn't it be cool if you could segue into your purpose before you even get the money? And maybe even it's part of the way you get the money. You with me on that? Mike's with me. Anybody else? Does that make sense? What would you do if money was nothing? You're still sitting there. I think it's an interesting question. I encourage you guys to, when you get a moment, when you, take some time out with a blank sheet of paper and you stop and think for 30 minutes. To pose that question to yourself. Because this is joy for me. This right here, to be able to stand up here and attempt to help you people, while at the same time, this is part of my storage business, is just serendipity, what's the word? It's just a beautiful thing. And it all came together. And so I just encourage you to don't wait till you have the money to figure out what your real purpose is in life. And most of the time it boils down to some kind of service to somebody somehow when money doesn't matter anymore.